Alright, so I haven't played video games in a while, and I really like looking at these Reddit confessions because they're entertaining. So I am going to have this playing in the background of me like doing absolutely horrible in Hollow Knight while I guess looking like reading over some of these confessions and just saying bullshit. So I guess this takes place underground in a place called Hollow Nest, and it used to be like a beautiful, prosperous place, but then there was an infection making bugs go mad and lose control. So that's gonna be like the little dudes we're fighting in this. I don't know what the end goal of what we're doing is. Maybe like find a cure or something, but I guess we'll just figure it out when we get there. So this first one says, a common porn trope now makes me flaccid. Alright. For better or worse, I've been using porn to masturbate for the better part of the last decade and a half. I'm pretty vanilla in my desires, so usually I just scroll through recommended clips until an actress, title, or video thumbnail caught my eye. I'd select the clip, do my thing, and call it a day. Alright, this is like some normal shit. I usually use, I highly recommend Twitter. That's my top recommendation. Okay, about 2 years ago, my ex-wife cheated on me with a coworker. It destroyed me emotionally and mentally and led to a long period of diminished libido. That'll do it. Over the last 6 or 8 months, I've started getting my libido back, and I started trying to watch porn a little bit. There we go. He's back in the fucking game. Well, more than a handful of clips I stumbled upon quickly turned into a "don't tell my husband," and she plunges her face down a shaft. Turns out, any sort of cheating implication during a scene immediately kills my boner. The worst, and the reason I decided to write the confession, is I watched a clip where it isn't mentioned at all that the woman has a husband until he walks in on her being railed. I'm sure it would have progressed into a threesome, but I'm walking in and saying, "What are you doing to my wife?" came while I felt myself being ready to finish. It was like somebody lets the air out of a balloon for a balloon animal. My penis nearly shriveled up and died. Well, that makes me think of, well, it's not related at all, but there's like an infamous porn clip where it's like a lifeguard and the dude's in the bathtub and the lady's like, "You need a lifeguard for any body of water." And he's like, "Lady, this isn't a beach, this is a bath." Okay, anyway. But at least this shows that you aren't a cuck. That's like, if you're gonna take anything away from this, that's good. It shows that, you know, you're not a cuck. So I feel like this is kind of a win. Yeah, I don't know. This is just, like, I feel like with all of the past, like, the trauma from your wife cheating on you, that this is pretty understandable for why you wouldn't want to see some porn like this. So I feel like instead of browsing Pornhub freely, you know, you gotta really crack down on your interests. Like, this is like, I assume this guy is like pretty like old, and you can't be watching porn like this. Like, you gotta like take it from, like, I'm not like a gooner per se, but I have some tendencies, and you really gotta find your niche of like the porn you like, and really just get into that. Also in this game, I'm like, I don't know, I'm just doing really, I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't get that far into this. And these fucking these random ass spikes, like, Jesus. Those kill me like a few times later on. But yeah, I feel like there's not much not much more I can say. Like, I feel like that's gonna be a issue for you for a while. I don't know if you'll ever really get over that. Like, even like I don't like watching cheating porn. I don't know. Like, I don't even know why that's a thing. I feel like the people that are into that are a little bit strange. So yeah, I think this is you're a pretty normal guy. So here, this older version of us, I guess, is just talking about how, yeah, this land is pretty messed up, but for some reason people still like to go down there, and I guess we're one of the weirdos that want to go down there too. Yeah, but I'm gonna definitely rest on this bench a little bit. Okay, this next one says, me and my best friend have sex in secret. I don't know if that's that crazy. My best friend, 23 male, and I, 23 male. Okay. I fuck with gay people. Not in that sense, but like, okay. Have been having sex in secret for years. We both consider ourselves straight, but one time when we were messing around at a sleepover, as guys do, I don't know what fucking sleepover. Okay. Things got heated quickly, and before we knew it, we were having sex. I mean, honest mistake happens all the fucking time. And honestly, it was really amazing. We weren't even freaked out afterwards. This went on for years at many of our sleepovers. Until at one sleepover, when we were making too much noise, his dad came to check to see if we were okay and caught me riding his son's big booty lol. His dad just looked at us and then left immediately and has never mentioned it. So for a long time after we stopped what we were doing, out of sheer embarrassment, and avoided even talking about it. But a couple months ago, when we went camping together, on the second night, he asked if he could see my dick. What the fuck? Yo, 5 minutes later, I was pounding him again in our tent, and it was incredible. Okay, I feel like I read this wrong, because I'm thinking that, like, his dad asked that, but like his friend's dad asked that, but I think I'm just reading it wrong. We find each other attractive because of our close friendship, and he looks quite feminine, but no other guys. It feels wrong and confusing sometimes, but it's thrilling too. Only me, him, and his dad know about it, lol. Okay, so he's not fucking his friend's dad, I'm pretty sure. And the thing about, like, his friend looking quite feminine, bro, fucking tell me how feminine he'll look in, like, 5 more years. That twink death shit, I read up about that, like, well, not like, okay, I've heard about it before, and that's definitely a fucking thing. But, yeah, I don't think, why is this even a secret? Like, I feel like it's 2025, you know, you're both gay. I feel like there's nothing too wrong with being gay. The dad didn't, like, flip out on you. So, you know, I think it just shocked him. And it would be really awkward to address. Also, like, these little beetle things in this game are just so, I don't know, they're just so stupid. Watch another spike try and follow me. I dodged it that fucking time. But yeah, I think I'm looking at the comment, and it says, straight as a rainbow, these two. We both considered ourselves straight. Sir, you are a homosexual. He might be. As guys do. That's the part that really... But, like, bro, like... Ugh. Receiving blowjob equals not gay. Giving blowjob equals gay. Penetrator equals not gay. Penetrated equals gay. No homo prior to act equals not gay. No homo after act equals gay. And this dude's name is Goon Universe. So I think he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, I think you're just gay. You're a top, so that's cool, I guess. I want to read this comment. I've seen a number of posts like this pop up here over the last year or so, of a very much gay or bi male swearing he's straight. You're not straight. Nothing wrong with that, other than the fact that you can't accept it for yourself. You're fucking gay or bi, man. LMAO. Because this is Reddit and we have some overzealous, oversensitive mods, I am not laughing because he's gay or bi. I'm laughing because he's doing obviously gay or bi shit and then saying he's straight. That's fucking funny. Well, yeah. Like, even though he, like, tried to say that, like, his guy friend is feminine and, like, he's doing the whatever, he's putting in the work. I feel like at the end of the day, if you're knowingly having sex with a dude, you're gay. And I know, hot take, but yeah, that's really just how it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. Fucking good for bro. I hope that one day you're able to more openly fuck your homie, I guess. Okay, this next one said, being a prude cost me a good man. Over the past few months, I've been rethinking my decision to wait to have sex until marriage because I had to let another good man go because he wanted the one thing I couldn't give him. He treated me like a princess, respecting my boundaries, and I guess he just came to the conclusion that after 6 months of no sex, he might as well move on. Right now, a virgin in my late 20s, I'm stuck wondering why I didn't just give in because if I'm being honest, he's the best man I've dated so far. I still believe my fears of single motherhood and an unstable life are valid, especially with the society we live in. I'm battling with I've come too far to look back, and I can always change my mind. I just hope make the right decisions when the time comes. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with waiting to have sex till marriage, and I feel like that's a problem for women is finding a man that is okay with waiting until marriage to have sex, because I'm literally 20, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I guess in your 20s, like, there has to be, like, I feel like sexual compatibility is a big factor. That, I guess that's like an immature way of thinking, but I think that's just the reality. But I will say there are, like, men out there that also don't want to have sex until marriage, or are at least willing to wait to have sex until marriage. Like, I have a friend, he is very Christian, and it's actually insane how, like, adamant he is about not having sex until marriage. So the men are out there, and if that's, like, really something that, like, you don't want to do, you don't have to have sex with someone to have a successful relationship. But I also think that if you want to have a successful relationship, before, like, leading up to marriage, it wouldn't hurt to have sex. Because, like, what if you have sex with this person after you get married and it's just, like, the worst sex ever, which I guess is fine, because if you're just going to stay with that person for a long time, it will probably get better and you guys will, like, grow your sexual compatibility, so it's not that big of a deal. But let's see these damn comments. This one says, do you want to have sex? Which is a great question, because if she still doesn't, she shouldn't have to conform just because she's like, oh my God, all these men, they want to have sex before marriage, so I pretty much have to do this to keep a man. Now, that is an issue someone in my family is, well, like, at least last year had, because they didn't want to have sex until marriage, and they were a little upset that they could find partners and make meaningful relationships, but they just didn't last. And that could be for a bunch of other reasons other than, oh, well, we didn't have sex. Like, relationships can end for, like, completely different reasons than that. I feel like that's not even, like, the top reason that relationships end. I would say that's the top reason, like, sex is the top reason that relationships last longer than they really should, is because, oh my God, they're so toxic, but, you know, gotta get my nut off. Anyway, yeah, this is the only relevant question to address. Do you want to have sex? Yeah, maybe. Okay, this one says, maybe find your men in a church or religious dating sites. Like I said, I have a friend who is, I don't know, bro, they just have, like, some Christian crazy, like, okay, they just have Christian values, and they want to wait to have sex till marriage. And they've been in a relationship for a long ass fucking time. And I think their shit is working out just fine. For like 2, maybe 3, maybe like a little bit more than 2 years. So I think if this person really just doesn't want to have sex, she doesn't have to. And I'm just repeating everything that I've been saying so far. But yeah, I don't think that she should stress. But also, sex is pretty cool. So at the end of the day, it's up to her. Okay, this is kind of a long one. My neighbor's son is peeping at me while I'm in my backyard, and I don't know what to do. Probably have a word with his parents, if I'm being honest, because that's pretty weird. Well, I mean, no matter how old the son is, actually. Excuse me. Hi, everyone. First off, thank you all so much for the advice and different perspectives on my original post. Oh, this is an update. Let me see the original post. Jesus. I don't know how to... Jeez. I'm not good at reading. Okay, so this is a weird one. This is less of a rant and more of a, oh my God, what did I do situation. I'm feeling awkward and conflicted, not necessarily scared, and I need advice on how to navigate this without destroying a great relationship. This is something I'd never imagined I'd be posting about, but the situation is getting a little too weird to ignore, and I need some outside perspective. My husband, 44 male, and I, 36 female, have a really great relationship with our neighbor's single mom, Debbie. With our neighbors, a single mom, Debbie, and her son, Tommy. These are obviously not the real names. We moved in next door when Tommy was 11, and since we don't have kids of our own, we kind of took him under our wing. He started doing chores for us for extra cash, which eventually included learning how to maintain our pool in exchange for being able to use it whenever he wants. My husband also built a home gym, and when Tommy started high school and joined the wrestling team, my husband became his coach and personal trainer. That is pretty cool. They're basically family. Tommy genuinely looks up to my husband as a father figure, and he spends a lot of time in our house. Has his own code to the door inside Jesus, and just lets himself in and out to do chores or use the gym/pool. We love having him around. That is a little strange, but I guess, I don't know. It's just a dynamic that wouldn't be that cool for me. Here's the awkward part. Oh, now, okay. I love to sunbathe in our backyard. Tommy's bedroom window has a direct view of our yard and pool deck. To be honest, I never ever thought anything of it. He's the sweet kid from next door. But about 2 months ago, I was laying out and thought I saw movement in his curtains. I brushed it off, thinking it was his fan or rustling the curtains or something. The next time I was out, I saw it again, but still couldn't be sure. This kind of thing went on all summer. I'd catch glimpses of movement, but nothing I could definitely say was him watching me. The weather was gloomy for the last few days, so I wasn't out much. Then last Saturday, my husband was out. I was home alone, napping in my bedroom. I heard the side gate open and figured it was Tommy coming to do his chores. When I woke up from my nap, my bedroom door, which I always keep closed, was cracked open. My husband wasn't home, so it wasn't him. It was unsettling, but I tried to tell myself there could be a reason. All right, so now it's starting to get a little weird, but since she's making this post instead of, confronting his mom, she might be. Now, I'm not going to make any assumption about her. This past weekend was the confirmation. I was gardening in the backyard and noticed the movement from his window again. This time, I pretended not to see it and just watched out of the corner of my eye. I could clearly see his shadow in the window, and I could see him moving in a rhythmic way. Yeah, that motherfucker gooning up there, bro. That just wasn't funny. I'm sorry. He stayed there the entire time I was outside and only moved away after I went back into the house. Look, I get it. He's 16, hormones are raging. I'm a 36-year-old woman in a bikini in his direct line of sight. I have large breasts and I'm not ugly. Can we get like a picture? Okay. Well, right now I can neither confirm or deny that statement. I'm pretty sure he's not just peeping, but probably also taking care of business while he's at it. If you know what I yeah, I know what you mean. Honestly, I'm not scared or even that mad. It's just incredibly awkward. This kid is like a son to us. The cracked bedroom door is the part that really crosses a line for me, but I have no proof he did anything more than peek in. I haven't finished reading this, but it really makes me think, like, there have been weird places that someone may have seen me masturbate when I was younger, and I'm wondering if they noticed it and just decided to not say anything because it would be like really awkward, or if I was like really that sneaky and I was able to get away with it. So I don't know, like when I was 14, like I was on some weird shit. But yeah, that really makes me think, because I always hear stories of my friends like, oh yeah, my parents caught me masturbating, blah, 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 blah. But if I had like a kid and I like caught them, actually, I don't even want to, let me just finish reading this. I haven't said anything to my husband or his mom. I thought about it, but I don't want to blow up this kid's life or our relationship with our neighbors over what might just be dumb teenager stuff. But I also feel like I can't just ignore it. What do I even do here? Update. Oh, okay. There's like a whole separate update thing, like thread that I'm gonna go to, but she put one in this original thing. Update. Thank you all for the advice, both good and bad. I talked to my husband. No, before we read the update, let me just go through these comments. This is actually a tough one. I'd say maybe just immediately look at him with a kind of what the fuck look on your face. He'll stop. then just never speak of it. Yeah, I mean, like, he's only doing it because I guess there's like like because he hasn't gotten caught yet. So if like you catch him and you like give him one of those like like those disgusted looks, I've gotten a look like that before from a girl, and it really like crushes like your whole fucking soul, and you think about it for like this is something that happened like years ago, and I still think about it. But yeah, so if you just give him one of those, then yeah, or call him weird, though that always stings. But yeah, let's go to the update. Oh my god, where's the update? Where is the... Oh yeah, update. Thank you for the advice, both good and bad. I talked to my husband about it last night when he got home from work. He had a good giggle over it, but was very empathetic. He told me he knew Tommy had a crush on me, and he's seen the way he looked at me when he thinks no one is watching. He agrees that he doesn't mean any harm, and is just a horny teen full of hormones making dumb teen choices. He's planning on talking to him today about it after their training session. We both agree we don't want him to think we're mad about it or that he's in trouble. He just needs to understand that peeping isn't okay, and if he did sneak up to our bedroom, that is definitely not okay. We trust him, and we display that trust by giving him access to our home. But if he is going to betray that trust, we will take away his codes. Okay, I don't think that's the final, overall update. My husband had the talk with him. Tommy was immediately honest and admitting everything. He confessed to watching me through the window, and he said he just likes looking at me. My husband didn't press him on the more rhythmic details, as we both agreed that part doesn't really matter. Regarding the bedroom door, Tommy admitted he did come upstairs that day and saw me sleeping, but he said he felt weird and messed up about it and went right back downstairs. He seemed genuinely remorseful and understood he had crossed a major boundary and violated my privacy. He apologized sincerely to my husband and then came and apologized to me as well. My husband did a great job of reinforcing that we care about him a lot and that the trust we show by giving him access to our home is a huge deal. He explained that breaking that trust would be devastating for all of us. Things are a little awkward now. Of course, Tommy has been pretty sheepish and quiet around me for the last couple of days. I'm just trying to act normal, and I'm hopeful that with a little time, things will go to the way they were. Will go back to the way they were. We trust the conversation was enough to get the message across. Thank you again, everyone, for helping me handle this. Well, I think that was like the most ideal ending. Like, he obviously was embarrassed, but it wasn't like you didn't like gang up on him and start berating him for this obviously pretty weird thing that he did. Have I done weirder? Possibly. Is this pretty weird? Yeah, and I think talking to him really will help him get out of the headspace to do something like this and really see his wrongdoing. Okay, I have like 2 more minutes to fill up, so I'm just gonna read a short one. I found my mom's suicide note. It happened when I was 13. She would read the Bible every morning and journal. One day, the journal said that my sister had a fight with her and she finally had it and was going to kill herself. From that day on, I made it my full-time job to keep her alive, to give her little gifts I made out of construction paper, to cook meals, to tell her she was a great mom. It worked, and she fortunately is still alive today. But it was severely fucked up as an adult. But it has severely fucked me up as an adult. I'm in year 5 of therapy, and it's just scratching the surface. Yeah, that is very crazy. I'm not like, I don't know, I'm bad at talking about stuff like this. I'm just gonna read the comments. You are amazing. Genuinely hope that you can put down this burden and find a way forward. But you are still amazing no matter what. Yeah, I feel like from a young age, she had like a lot of responsibility. Like she has to cater to her mom just so that she doesn't have these thoughts of committing suicide anymore, and that's like a lot of responsibility for a child growing up. And I hope that like as an adult she can come to realize that, you know, she doesn't have to carry the weight of everyone around her. So this one says, "You're a hero, bro." Yeah, something like that. Does she know that you know? She doesn't. She does not know, but I told a few of my siblings. Okay. Yeah, well, this is a pretty amazing person. But yeah, that was just like a little short one. I don't know. I haven't dealt with like suicide or like close familial death, so I don't really have much insights on this. But anyway, I died in this game, and I think I'm done now. No one's gonna see this, but I kind of just want to do something in my free time while I'm bored. But if you do like the video, maybe, or don't,